Thank you very much. And thank you for inviting me here today and for organizing this conference. It's very important, this type of conferences between countries, and that way we can learn much more about persons and different things, of course. So I want to tell you a little bit about Anna Vasa's life as Stegeborg Castle. She lived in the castle her last years in Sweden before she went to Poland and Lithuania together with her brother Sigismund. But first, a short background about Anna. I don't know how much all knows about Anna. I should also say that what I'm going to tell about, it's her letters. We have 114 preserved letters from Anna, and 12 of them is written from this castle where she lived in Sweden. Anna was born in May 1568 in Eskilstuna Castle. Here her family stayed for a short time after being released from Gripsholm Castle in Sweden. Her family consisted of Duke Johan Vasa, Catherine Jagellon, and her 2-year older brother, and Anna, of course. The same year, 68, her father seized power from his half-brother Eric, the King Eric. He took the power from him. And the following year, 1569, her parents, Johan and Catherine, became king and queen of Sweden in Uppsala, and in Sweden in this time included Finland. During her childhood, Anna lived with her parents in different castles, mostly in Stockholm, Uppsala, Svartsjö. It's a castle south-west Stockholm, but it's ruins today. Kalmar, Vadstena, where I live, and Stegeborg. Stegeborg Castle was important for Johan because he was born here in 1537. And when he and Catherine crowned in Uppsala after she became queen, she gave this castle and the area surroundings to her as a gift. It's nice to get a very good gift. And then they make it to a real Renaissance palace. It was whitewashed with dark red windows. Vadstena was also whitewashed with red. Johan used to have dark red windows in this time. After her mother passed away, Anna was given Stegeborg Castle from her father. And here the princess have her own court and lived permanently from late 1594 until 1598, when she left Sweden together with the king's family. So Anna lives in Sweden 30 years and then 27 years in Poland and Lithuania. Here we can see a copper engraved. If you can see, it's difficult to see, but it's a copper engraved from late 16th century. Stegeborg, it's situated very near the Baltic Sea. Here you have Sweden and Norrköping, and then by the Baltic Sea. It's a small town, Söderköping, and near Söderköping it's these ruins from Stegeborgs castle. Here also Göta Kanal starts, if you know Göta Kanal. This where you can go with a boat to Gothenburg. Today's it's ruins, but it's have been a very important fortress in the 16th century also, before it became this very beautiful Renaissance palace. And here it was also a big battle between Sigismund and her father's brother, you know, Charles, who took the power in the Battle of Stångebro outside Linköping. But before it was a battle here. So what we know about Anna's time in Stegeborg? Yes, based on letters, we know some about it. This is a model of the castle that we have in a museum in Söderköping, just near Stegeborg, and it shows this Renaissance castle on the little island. The first letter she wrote from Stegeborg is from 1586. She was 18 years old, and she wrote to Per Jakobsson. He was a manager for a warehouse in Söderköping, and she request for silk, 2 pounds of silk. The same amount she also requests for 10 meters of fabric to a former tailor to Johan III. He has been a tailor for his father, and this tailor was in need of own clothing, so she gave him 10-meter fabric. Anna made 2 travel to Poland and Lithuania. First 1587, and 87 she went together with Sigismund to Krakow when he crowned as king and Grand Duke of Lithuania. She in this travel she also was also in Vilnius, we know. When she came home in 1591, she wrote to a nobleman, Göran Posse, Swedish nobleman, asking him to send $60 thaler as payment for horses and their transport. And in the same year, she also wrote to Lev Sapia. It's a hetman in Vilnius. I don't know if his name in Lithuanian language, she have met him during the travels. She thanked him for information about Queen Anna Jagiellonica, and because Anna had been haven't been healthy, and she also thanks for his support, hoping he would continue to assist her after becoming chancellor. At the end of 1591, Anna returned to Poland and to attend Sigismund's wedding with Anna of Habsburg. She stayed for about 2 years before returning to Sweden in late 1593. And she traveled with Sigismund, Anna of Habsburg, and their 6-month-old daughter, Anna Maria, to Sweden. Her father had died, and they had to bury him, and Sigismund crowned as a Swedish king also in the same year, in the beginning of 94. After coronation, Anna settled permanently at Stegeborgs castle, and she lived there to 1598 with her own court. The castle included large agriculture areas. 1585, harvest yielded 1,200 loads of hay, and there were about 400 livestock on the estate. It was cows, it was horses, it was pigs, it was sheep. So it was different types of livestock. And they have also geese, and it was a doe woman who worked here. And I have found that Catherine Jagellow bought 20 does for sending letters. So Anna also had does here for sending letter. During Anna's time, the castle was whitewashed, as I say, and there worked a lot of craftsmen, painters, blacksmiths, farriers, tailors, and bakers, stewards, and chambermaids. And she also have a lovely garden and a pharmacy here, down here near the water. I have a picture here of today. It's ruins today, and here we can see a piece of the church that Johan and Catherine built here in this palace. And also today we have gardens down to the sea. Today it's a private owner, and the private owner work a lot nowadays to make the area nice. In 1594, after Sigismund was crowned king, the royal family stayed here at Stegeborg too. And in May 54, Anna of Habsburg gave birth to her second child, Catherine, here in Sweden. Anna wrote a lot to her close friend Sigrid Brahe. It was a very, it was a really friend to her, a noble from a noble family. And she writes like this: "Good Almighty has delivered the Queen and given His Majesty a tall daughter. Dear Sigrid, how happy do you think I am to have something to do during the day and play with the little one. They have already scolded me for talking so much with her. She has just arrived, but the worst part is that she doesn't respond, only twists her little mouth and sticks out her tongue." And I have fragment from this letter. You can't see here, but this is the beginning of the letter, and this from Anna's own hand. And if you read Swedish, this is very easy to read. It's a modern type of writing. And here also her own signature, but this she haven't write herself. She also told Sigrid in the letter that she had to burn it. Sadly, baby Catherine died in Sweden just weeks later. However, Anna's letter to Sigrid shows her playfulness and love for a little child. In 1595, an event known as Wednesday Wedding took place at Stegeborg. Anna secretly arranged the marriage of her friend Sigrid and Johan Gyllenstierna, who were deeply in love. However, Sigrid had been promised to another nobleman against her will. The secret wedding caused great problems for Anna and Sigrid and Johan Gyllenstierna, and Johan was sentenced to a year of house arrest and had paid 2,000 thaler. It was a big interest for Anna, I think, to marry different people because the same month she died, I have read in Brodnica, she worked with the arrangement of friends. So she wasn't married herself, but she was interesting that other people should marry each other. During this time in 1595, Anna also met her father's second wife a lot, Gunilla Bjelke. You know, Johan III, he married a very young girl, the same age of Anna. And they were good friends, also both Protestant. And she had a son, Johan, half-brother to Anna. And they live on a castle very near Stegeborg, in Broborg castle. Anna's last letter from Stegeborg was written in 1597, and it was written to King Sigismund. And he was in Poland in this time. In the letter, Anna informs her brother that she has just received 2 of his letters. She is glad that the royal family is in good health. Anna writes that she will keep secret, in fact, that the King Sigismund will not be coming to Sweden in the autumn. Part of the text is encrypted and contains a description of the princess' weakness. She also mentioned that she will send him the diamonds from Stegeborg to him. Then she asks Sigismund for permission to remark the crown she inherited from her mother, Catherine. In the letter, Anna also recalls how Johan's sister, Elizabeth, had been jealous of Catherine's crown and had been angry at her because of that. So Johan's sister, Elizabeth, was angry at Catherine Jagiello because of her crown was much higher. We know that Anna probably gave 1 or 2 crowns to Skälvik Church, the church near here, Stegeborg. There are also 2 crowns that were donated to the church that we have in this church, but it's not known if it's these crowns. One of the crown is this crown. I have it also in the book here. And we know also that this crown was remade in 18th century. But here in the ring, you can see Johan and Catherine, or 2 Renaissance people, and it have always been called Catherine's crown. This had been a bride crown in Skälvik Church, so many brides have this crown in many years. Not now, but you know, in the 18th and 19th century, people don't. It wasn't so old things, just old things. Today the crown is preserved in Saint Laurentii Church in Söderköping, and I hope it will come to Vilnius in an exhibition to the summer in the National Museum. In 1598, Uncle Charles took the power from Sigismund in Sweden with the Battle of Stångebro. And perhaps the crown was left behind in the church because of that. But we didn't know. So in summary, Anna's letter portrays her as a very warm person, a modern woman, independent. She had a problem with health, we know, headache. She described it also in letters to Sigrid that she had a headache. Unlike her mother, she was more expressive, I think, perhaps because she was unmarried. And she had no one in Sweden that was head of her. It was Sigismund, and Sigismund was in Poland, Lithuania. The Duke Charles tried, but they became enemies after 1595. So, yes, it's much to know more about her, I think. Thank you very much.